Hello, everybody. My name is John McClinton. I'm a minister in the city of Pomona, California. Now, this message is to everybody that it concerns, but especially to my fellow Americans. I don't care where you're from. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what political party. It concerns all of us. Believe me when I tell you that I don't want to be saying this to you. I've been looking for any of our trusted leaders to address this line of reasoning, to make this approach directly. I have some very intelligent people, some very capable people helping me to find this out, but we're not finding it. So I'm going to tell you, we see the country dividing along political and ethnic lines at an increasing and alarming rate. I'm here to tell you where this road leads, we don't want to go. We can't let this just happen and not address it and not solve it. Now, I'm here to bring you a solution, which is in our faces. The technology is in place to not only save American lives and cause us to agree on something and to come together. The technology is in place. It's distributed throughout the land. It's almost completely distributed. I'm talking about the body cameras and dash cameras that are issued to and available to all law enforcement, or nearly all. It's like over 80% at this time has been distributed. Yet at the same time, only 5% at this writing, or less than 5% of police departments use the cameras at every engagement, aggressively, effectively. Now, it's not a question. It's a known fact. It's empirically proven that effective use of the body cameras and dash cameras reduces violence by 36%. That's 3 out of every 10 lives currently being lost every year. This is hundreds of lives, hundreds of American lives can be saved by effective use of the cameras. Transparency is why they were distributed. Yet, the leaders of the management, perhaps because of inertia, perhaps because of tradition, perhaps because of misinformation, perhaps because of a poor understanding of the situation, perhaps out of cynicism. You supply the reason. I don't know, you ad-lib it in. But the transparency, effective transparency, is actually being resisted. It's slow to take effect. The reason that this is happening is of no consequence at all. Only the fact that it is happening and it needs to be fixed. They need to be moved forward. And I'm here to tell you, lives are being lost. Everybody, citizens, police, good people are dying. I hear these ladies and families crying, and they're grieving over their family members, and we have the power to stop it. All we have to do is say the same thing. The police, the valuable, vital police force, the law enforcement of the land needs our help. All we have to do is tell them that we want them to engage the body cameras and the dash cameras at every use mandatorily for the purpose of saving American lives. We need to remove their gridlock for them, their inertia of doing the same thing, and expecting a different result. It's not going to happen. The technology is in place. This is the logical next step for our advancement as a technological and enlightened society. It is the correct thing to do. We just need to help them decide. They won't do it by themselves. Now, your grandparents faced issues like this. Some of your parents faced issues like this. It's not for somebody else to do. It's for us to do. I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to the person next to you. I'm talking to you. We have to stand together and say that we want this to save American lives. Your cousin, your brother, your neighbor, their life will be saved. Someone that you know may be next, and we can stop it. So I'm asking for your help. In this video, you're going to probably find a link, or below this video, you'll find a link to a petition that I put together that will cause this to happen. It will cause it to attach. It will cause the body cameras to be used mandatorily at every engagement with the populace. The leaders of law enforcement and some very noble and respectable veteran officers are telling us that there are bad apples among them. We have to free their hands in order to restrain these bad apples. And even when we think that it might be the case and the public is distrusting and suspicious, it'll be revealed by the camera footage whether beatings or shootings or something were just or not. We all know that when people are being filmed, they're less likely to pull a gun on the police. The police may be less likely to shoot someone who's running from them or something. We all know that people behave more professionally when they're under a camera. So most of the shootings that we're seeing, or many of them, will not even occur. The violence will reduce. I'm telling you, we can immediately save at least three out of every 10 lives that are currently being lost. So click the link, sign the petition to engage mandatory body camera use. I'm asking you to go further. I've been talking to hundreds of people and some very conscientious Americans from every political aspect, from every paradigm of belief, atheists, Christians, Muslim, whatever your background. Everyone cares about this and wants to save lives. And they agree that transparency is a good thing. We should do it. So I'm asking you to go further, to click the link for Americans United for Equality, the King's Dream movement. Stand with me as your grandparents and your parents did, to effect the saving of lives and to unite us as an American people, no matter what your background. We need to oppose the division and the hatred that's taken place and is setting in our country. We can do it. It's your responsibility, not someone else's, not some other country, not the man down the street, the man in the mirror. We can do this. Stand with me. Thank you.